This Porsche 911 992 is new. So why don't you join me, Roger Bailey, to find out just how far Porsche has gone to make this 911 992 better than anything else that's gone before it.
And it was Porsche Centre Chester who loaned us this great car. They're one of the UK's biggest dealers, and well, thanks again for this one, guys. The uninformed say they can't tell apart the new 911s from the old ones, but this Porsche is, from the ground to the roof, brand new. The designers have toiled the past years creating beauty in the details. The careful shaping of the lines to the front, the 911 side profile, these door handles all carefully resolved by the Zuchthausen artisans, and they've added lightness. You see, where previous 911s were mostly steel, this body is completely aluminium. Most of the designer's work lies unseen. Die-cast aluminium forms structural components, while chassis members are extruded aluminium, bestowing structural rigidity. More weight saving and strength is achieved by bolting the reworked flat six motor directly to the new chassis members, and that newly improved engine can sit slightly further forward in the car. Active aerodynamics now feature. You can't miss that rear wing, which gives 45% more downforce than before, but don't miss the active flaps at the front, which move to balance the downforce and drag and aid cooling. It's all clever stuff. So now it's lighter, stiffer and faster, and it gets even better when you open the door and drop inside. Be ready to find yourself in the best Porsche sports car cabin there's ever been, oozing with a newfound style and quality. Feeling these surfaces, controls, door handles, the truth must surely be dawning on Porsche's competitors. Up your game, or the game's up. These new seats are slimmer, lighter, set lower, and are more comfortable than before. For me, they are a perfect fit for my aging frame. The feeling of intimacy a coupe like this provides is made more lush by the choice of nice new materials and the general quality of everything that's laid out before you. I mean, my wife agrees with me about this cabin. She suggested that seeing as I'm so impressed, maybe I should stay here for the evening, treat it like my own personal lounge. And well, who am I to argue? Delightful as my new lounge is, does it all work as a sports car cockpit built for the 2020s? Well, yes. Well, mostly. The main interface is Porsche's now familiar touchscreen, with a couple of slight compromises that implies. For instance, when you're at traffic lights and flicking through the menu looking for that irritating automatic engine cut-off switch thing, you may lament the passing of some of the physical buttons. However, this is a crisp and responsive touchscreen, and one that plays no small part in the 911's newfound interior classiness. So, did I just hear someone thinking, it's time to get a move on now, Roger? Well, okay, right, but are you prepared for just how quickly we're now able to get moving? The 991 Carreras weren't slow cars, but the 992 seems to pack even more punch. Select drive and manual shifting for that now 8-speed PDK box, then switch into Sport or Sport Plus mode and mash that right pedal. 391 pound-feet of torque and then 450 brake horsepower. Instantaneously get to work on those huge new 21-inch wheels, and our Carrera 4S hits 60 miles an hour in just 3.4 seconds. This is just about the same time a GT3 records for the same task. Okay, I'm quoting just numbers here, but be in no doubt, this new 911's performance has gone up a notch. So put the Carerra into a few corners and you'd be forgiven for thinking you've been accidentally handed the keys to a not yet unveiled GT model wearing the wrong badges. Dispatching fast miles on these Welsh roads is a driving thrill. However, this isn't enough.
This car on these roads is amazing, but we're restricted to national speed limits, of course, so I think we can go and do something better than this.
Now this is what I'm talking about. Now our 992 has come alive. You can feel the new Carrera's front track is wider. It has boosted the front end grip noticeably. The steering feels quicker than previous 911s and overall grip at both ends is massive. Push on hard and it's at the front that you really feel the tyres gripping. That reassuringly accurate steering delivering a change of direction from a front axle which obeys your every input. Lean on it hard and take optimistic entry speed into corner, just ease off the power, turn in, brace against the G-force and you are through and gone. This new Porsche 911 really flatters one's driving. Its clever tech helps you to leave lesser cars trailing behind. This car is amazingly good on a track. Perhaps the most amazing thing about Porsche's 911 992 is that so few manufacturers directly challenge it. I've sampled so-called alternatives from Jaguar, Audi, BMW and realised they don't compete, and I wonder why. I mean, who doesn't want a good-looking, practical £95,000 coupe able to be pretty much anything you'd like it to be? You know, like a feel-good daily driver, a track day winner, special grand tourer or an enviably bold family car. Like I say, it's all but unchallenged. Porsche will quietly acknowledge the 992 isn't quite in the state of perfection, as that's a condition that never exists for Zuffenhausen, hence their continuous march of development, and there's scope for further development in a number of directions, from a 992 Turbo to hopefully a GT3, but this 911 in Carrera 4S form is close to perfection. A wickedly capable and rewarding driving tool, which is painfully desirable. Think I'm eulogizing too much here? Well, take my advice, just go and drive one.
So, what's my verdict? Well, this Porsche 911 remains a very high-end type of sports car, and it pulls off a rare trick of not only being crushingly competent, it maintains its character and its charm. The 992 is a masterful reinvention of a timeless concept, fastidiously honed and developed, but certainly not at the expense of driving excitement. So, is this the world's greatest sports car? Well, I'm not going to argue with that.